What's going on, you guys? So I know earlier I started a video, but I'm gonna say this is gonna be my start video for multiple reasons. One, I am actually dressed and actually have my complete outfit on, which I will show you the drip later. Two, I feel super euphoric today. Like it's kind of weird. Like I feel like the day after Tea Day for me, which has been on Tuesdays, in case you guys are curious. Is always, or has been lately, like the most euphoric that I feel for like the week. I don't know. So I will get into what exactly Tea Day means, or what Tea Day is, quote unquote, whatever you want to call it, more in depth in this video, because this video is going to be me answering questions that I come to get, and that is one of the questions that I come to get. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do this video. I'm gonna answer questions that you guys have been asking me, or that you're curious about, or that I get a lot. So I'm gonna answer those questions later in this video, more when I get home. Right now I'm actually headed back home. The crazy thing is, like, my stepson just called me and was like, hey, there's a fire across the street, and like somebody almost got hurt. So I'm gonna go home and see what the crap is going on, because I'm super confused. Like, everything was fine when I left, you know, trash being picked up, normal stuff, you know, and now all of a sudden there was a fire, and like fire trucks and ambulance stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go home and try to figure this out. I will catch you guys when I get there. So give me about 5 minutes and we will be back, okay? And we're back. So, update. Couple things. One, let's all just say good thoughts and good prayers out to the neighbor across the street. She did get hurt. There was a fire, got put out. I'm sure she'll be fine. Don't know a lot of details, but that did actually happen. I wasn't confused. I was a little confused because I was like, did he really just say that somebody got burnt? But yeah, she did get hurt. So let's just leave it at that. Before I jump into the video, I also would like to show off this. This is right here. I just got, as you can see, the wrapping is still on it. I'm probably gonna take the wrapping off, like, later today. I have some stuff I need to do, and I don't want anything to get on it. Yeah, fresh tattoo goes. I do plan on filling in the rest of this, all of the rest of this, in the next couple sessions. Like, all the rest of this is gonna be filled next session. So just look out for all the updates. Can I also say how euphoric I feel today? Like, it's something about like the day after tea that I feel like absolutely euphoric. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So you'll see me like going back and forth from my screen to the other screen. The reason is because I'm going to be looking up a lot of the questions that a lot of people are asking me. I like screenshotted them, and I may or may not put some of them on the actual screen, and so you guys can read them, and then I can reply to them. So we'll see. But yeah, so we'll get to that next. That's cool. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into these questions. In case you guys are wondering what I'm going to be looking at, I have my laptop here, and I put the pictures on my MacBook. Well, they're already there. You know how it works. And I pulled them up on my MacBook so that I can see the questions, because I have testosterone brain, as my girlfriend calls it, and I forget very quickly a lot of things, so we'll just jump right in. Somebody asked me, how did I know that I was trans? And okay, so I'm gonna explain it. I explained it on my TikTok, so if you want to, you can go follow me there, and I explained it a little bit. I didn't really go into depth, but I will go ahead and explain it here. So basically, I've always known that something was off. I knew that I was different. I knew that I was off. Everybody always just called me as a tomboy, typical, you know. but I felt like it was a lot deeper than that. I couldn't understand. I didn't know what trans was. I didn't know what a trans person was until I actually met people that like got more involved into the LGBTQ community, like senior year of high school, more into college. And then I realized, yes, that's me. As for when I really realized, it was more into college, I think. I portrayed myself as a hard stud or a hard STEM lesbian, is what I came out as the first time. However, even that didn't really sit right with me, because even though I consider myself a STEM or considered myself a hardcore STEM, I didn't really dress in the quote unquote girly, or portray myself in a girly manner. I've always dressed masculine. I've always been very mannish, quote unquote, what people would say about me. Even my family couldn't understand it, and I was very depressed in college, very I know now, dysphoric. I didn't know what it was then, but now I know that it's dysphoria. And later down the line, I saw a lot of therapists, and we still like couldn't put a name on it. However, I figured out closer to like the senior year of college that I have a specific type of dissociative dysphoria, which is one of the many types of dysphoria. There are a lot of dysphorias. Nobody really talks about it. I don't know why, but there are different types of dysphoria. Also, just for a little side note, dysphoria is not just for the LGBTQ community. It is not just for trans people. It can be anybody. Anybody can have dysphoria. Now, the thing that separates them from us is a lot of our dysphoria. One, me being in the body that I was born in made me want to kill myself, and that is a big red flag, obviously. So that's one of the big things. Some people are comfortable with maybe their body, but the dysphoria is more towards like a specific piece of their body or different situations. It just depends on the person. Just keep that in mind. So after talking to a therapist, I realized that I have dissociative dysphoria. Basically, the way that I explain it is whenever I look into the mirror, which I don't really look into the mirror naked very often, or at all, really. I don't associate myself with the person that I see. Whenever I look into the mirror, what I see in the mirror is not the person in my brain and in my head that I feel like I should see. I kind of feel like I'm just floating in a temporary body, and maybe God or scientists or somebody is like creating the body that I know I should see, and maybe eventually down the line then I will just be in the body that I know I should see. Obviously I know it doesn't work that way, but that's kind of the way that I explained it so that it made more sense when I was talking to a therapist. So I hope that explains kind of the whole follow through of me knowing when I was trans and like the steps that I took. I can go more in depth in another video if need be, so just let me know. Let's see what the next question is. Sorry about the glare. Okay, how was it like on T? I'm guessing they mean like how is it like, which I think is the question that this person is asking me. So T has obviously positives. I have a deeper voice. By the way, I've been on T for 6.5 months now. So I'm at that point where like T, definitely there's a lot of changes that like I can actually see. I will say that when starting T, a lot of the changes I didn't personally see, but other people see or hear first. So if you are considering starting T, do not be discouraged. Time is of the essence, and time is your best friend. I will definitely say that. Obviously, I'm just now growing hair. Like, there's just some things that some people grow quicker than others. It's just depending on your body, it's depending on your dose, and you just have to be patient. I know that's easier said than done because I would love a beard right now, but you just have to be patient and know that it will come. Changing the way you act. So the reason why they start you out on a lower dose is because testosterone does have that tendency to give you more of an emotional and behavioral change, and they're really worried about more of the rage or the aggression side of testosterone, so they start you out on a lower dose. Me personally, I've only ever experienced one like surge of like range, I guess you could say, and I've been on for 6 months. I think it depends on the person. It depends on, obviously, background. It depends on your already behavior prior to starting. It depends on a lot of things, but that is why they start you out on a lower dose. Eventually, you will work your way up, probably around, I've heard people say around the 6 month to 7 month, around that mark is when they actually put you on the dose that you can be on for a long time. Keep in mind, your doses will change throughout your entire transition period, or however long you decide to take it. That's also dependent upon the person. Your doses will change because whenever you go to the doctor to be tested, they draw blood and they check your doses. Obviously, you don't want to have too high levels and you don't want to have too small levels, so they try to keep it in a certain range, as any normal man. So just keep that in mind. Does it hurt? So yes and no. I say this because sometimes, like, I don't really necessarily, okay, I'm gonna put it this way. I have a high pain tolerance, or at least I like to think I have a high pain tolerance. So, like, asking me if it hurts, it's like asking me if all of these tattoos that I have on my body hurt, you know? It feels like a sting to me whenever I'm either giving myself the shot or giving a shot. I will say this, prior to doing T, I was very, very, very scared of administering my own shot to myself. I think a lot of trans men have this problem. Now, it doesn't even faze me. I don't think about it twice. It's just, it is what it is. However, I will say that if you have a lower pain tolerance, definitely try out different places. Like, you don't have to stick it in your thigh every single time. Obviously, a lot of people do the arm, a lot of people do the butt, a lot of people do their thigh, a lot of people do their stomach, a lot of people, like, there's so many different areas. As long as it's in that muscle or in a muscle and you make sure you give yourself that dose, it does not matter where you put it. I definitely suggest trying out different places. I've tried almost every one of those places at least once, and there's like, and 3 of those I use simultaneously. Like, I'll kind of go back and forth in between them. Like, if one spot starts getting really, really sore or a little tougher to get the needle through, I'll like switch to a different spot, and so far. So definitely think about that and try some of those things that might help. I will say, physically, I definitely see a difference whenever I go to the gym. I go to the gym every morning, and I definitely notice the difference in, like, my workout routine now as, like, pre-T or, like, pre-transition. I can definitely see a difference. I see a lot of difference. It's a lot quicker than I did previously. Mentally, so me and my girlfriend like to joke that, like, I have testosterone brain, and the reason is because I am very forgetful a lot sooner, or, like, I zone out. Like, I feel like that didn't really happen pre-T, unless, like, I just wanted it to. I definitely think it's a testosterone thing. It could be a man thing. I don't know. It's just a little joke that we have between each other. I think it's different for everybody. So, like I said, do your research, and I would definitely talk to your family. Talk to your dad. Talk to your own. Sorry about that. Got a phone call, and I needed to answer it. So, next question. Oh, this one is about me and my girlfriend. Okay, so how did you and your girlfriend meet? So she's gonna kill me for telling this story, but I'm gonna tell you guys the truth, and then I'm going to tell you what, like, she tells people. So the truth is, we met on Tinder. Yes, I know, the weird thing. I was in a 3-year relationship prior to her. I was single for about 6 months, give or take, maybe less. I don't really know the time. And got on Tinder. You know, I already had it, but I wasn't really active on it. Saw her picture, saw that she had tattoos everywhere. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, that's cool. Like, I like tattoos. That's somebody that, like, we could have something in common. When it comes to who made the move first, so we both have different stories when it comes to that. I feel like, personally, like, officially, to, like, declare us in a relationship, she made the first move. We, like, met at this, like, gas station down the street from my house, because, you know, you don't want to meet somebody at your place, obviously, duh. And obviously attracted, both of us attracted to each other. We were texting a lot, we were talking on the phone, and then finally we, like, kept meeting up, and then officially, like, I feel like she made the first move. But technically I messaged first, but that was just something that I did. Like, I was just that type of person. Like, if we matched, I always like message like everybody, like hey or hi or hello or what's going on, or like I don't know. That was just like my type of thing. I was that type of person who like I didn't like not messaging that person even though we matched. So if you ask her though, she would say a hell different story. Maybe in like another video I will actually like sit down with her and we both will like say our two different sides of it, because I know hers is different than mine. One of the cats dropped something. Let's see. Okay, so for the final question, somebody commented actually on one of my GoFundMe links, which by the way, I will put the link in my either down below or somewhere for GoFundMe. It is for my top surgery that I do plan on getting very soon. I have 2 consultations with 2 different doctors coming up. I have one tomorrow actually with the doctor in Miami. That is just a doctor who does a drink fee method. And I have one in September with a doctor closer to here who is just a normal gender reassignment surgery. Speaking of which, that actually brings up the question. The person asked me, what is top surgery? So I'm going to give you the definition, and then I'm going to explain it in more like for me, like what it means for me. So top surgery is the reconstructive surgery performed on the chest for those who wish to alter their chest size, shape, overall appearance. I will put the definition on the screen. Basically, it's a gender affirming surgery for a non-binary, a trans, anybody who wants it. So to get top surgery, there is a lot of steps you have to go through, and I am in like the final stage of that, which is actually meeting with the surgeon and planning it out and all of that. I will say top surgery, there are different types. So the type that I will be getting is this, which is the exact same surgery that breast cancer survivors get, typically, basically removing all of breast tissue, to have a flat chest, basically. For me, that is very important. I've always had chest dysphoria, which is a big part of my transition, and that is really big for me. This is the biggest surgery that I will have, the only surgery that I've had, or that I will have. So I hope that explains it a little bit. I will go more into depth closer to the time, and more in detail in another video, like closer to my actual consultation, and maybe even be able to record my consultation so that maybe he can explain it in a different way, since he is the surgeon, or she. But yeah, so that's what that is. That is going to be the last question for today. I will save the rest for another video in the future. Keep sending me questions, keep commenting, keep liking, keep sharing, just keep being here and being loyal. Subscribe to my channel, tell your friends, subscribe to my channel, your family members, everybody. I will be coming out with more videos. I will be coming out with more frequent videos now. Obviously COVID has done a lot for a lot of people, and now it's time for me to bust down on these videos, and I've been trying to come out with them as frequently as I can. Next video hopefully will be a little bit more exciting. I might do another prank, I might do something else. Also comment what you want to see below, let me know. Stay active, stay beautiful. Everyone is valid, everyone has their own life. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.